Let us see how we can access elements from the dict. We can access a value of a particular element in dict by passing key to dict like this. You just have to specify the dict name and then in square brackets you can pass the key. It will get the corresponding value based on the key that is passed. If the key does not exist, it will throw key error. Get also can be used for the same purpose, which is nothing but to access a value of particular element in dict by passing key as argument. However, if key does not exist, it will return none. None is a special type in Python which represents nothing. We can also pass a default value to get. So if the key doesn't exist, it will return the default value that is passed to get. We will see an example very soon. We can get all the keys in the form of set-like object by using keys and all the values in the form of list-like object by using values on top of dict. So we can say dict.keys, all the keys will be returned as a set or set-like object. You can say dict.values, all the values will be returned in a list-like object. We can also use items to convert a dict into a set-like object with pairs. Each element, which is nothing but a pair in the set, will be a tuple. So in this case, it will return set-like object, not the set, and each element which is a pair is also a tuple, and it will be represented in circular brackets. As we see examples, we will understand. So let's get into the examples here. I have created a dict by name D with these four elements. The keys are nothing but ID, first name, last name, and amount. The values are nothing but 1, Scott, Tiger, and 1000 respectively. If I say dict in square brackets the key ID like this, the value is 1 and hence 1 is returned. And also we can actually get the first name by passing first name as key to dict, and you can see the first name here. Now commission percentage is not a valid key in this dict and hence it will return error. You can see key error here. Key error commission underscore PCT. Now get also can be used in place of using this method to get the values. If you actually look at the help on get, it says if k is in D, means if the key is in D, which is nothing but dict, it will return the corresponding value. Else, if you pass the second argument, it will return that value. If key doesn't exist, it will return whatever value that is passed as second argument. Now we have ID, first name, last name, and salary as the keys, and hence I can say d dot get of first name like this to get the first name. Now commission percentage is not the key within our dict D, and hence it will return none. When we use square brackets with commission percentage as key, it have thrown key error. Now it have returned none. Now if I say d dot get first name, some first name, if first name exists, it will get the first name. If it doesn't exist, it will return this default value. In this case, as the first name is Scott, it will return Scott. Let me run this. You can see Scott. However, with respect to commission percentage, the key doesn't exist in dict. As we are saying, use the default 0 if key doesn't exist. Now if I run this, instead of returning none, it will return 0. Also, we have functions like keys, values, and items. If you look at the help on keys on dict, you can see that it is saying a set-like object providing a view on these keys. So it will actually return a set-like object. In this case, we'll have ID, first name, last name, and amount, and you can see the type is dict underscore keys. If you actually see the help on values, an object providing a view on these values, it will be list-like object. It's not set-like object, but list-like object because values can be duplicates, and hence it uses list-like object. Now if I run this, you can see that it is saying dict underscore values, and all the values which are nothing but 1, Scott, Tiger, and 1000 are included as part of this new data structure, which is nothing but a list type object. Now we can also look at the help on items. Items will return a set-like object providing a view on these items. Each item is nothing but key and value pair, and it will actually create a set-like object with those pairs. Let's run this, and you can see that it is of type dict underscore items, and each element is enclosed in circular brackets, which means it is nothing but a tuple with two elements. So each element in this set-like object is nothing but a tuple with two elements. Now I can say list of d dot items of 0, which will return the first element in the new data structure. The reason why we need to use list is to use this index notation and access elements. We have to convert the data type of the dict items. That's why we are using list function. So list will convert this dict items to a list. Then we should be able to use of 0, of 1, of 2, of 3, etc. to get the individual elements. So in this case, it will return id comma 1, and this will return first name comma Scott. To get the type of these elements, you can just say type of list of d dot items of 1. You can see that it is of type tuple. So items will return a set like object with tuples in it. Each tuple is nothing but a pair, which means there will be two elements in it because we are converting a dict to set of pairs. So this is how you should be able to access elements in dictionary objects or dict objects using different functions that are provided to us. For individual elements, we use get or square bracket notation. To access all the elements, we use functions such as keys, values, items, etc.